Hello, hello. It is Mary Ziola Vega. It's in March 26th on a Monday night. So let's start this week off right. Let's figure out 5 things that we think are important to figure out how to pick the right school. Go ahead, comment below what you think is the best thing. What is the number one thing you think is important to you about going to that school? These are just 5 things that I kind of speak with other people about, so I thought I'd bring them up. 1, what is your GPA? 2, what is your ACT, SAT? 3, what is your intended major? 4, do you want to go to a 2-year or a 4-year program? And 5, what size school do you want? Yeah, seems like pretty simple questions, but they're actually the hardest questions most people can come up with. Comment below there. What's the hardest one for you? 1, GPA. 2, SAT, ACT. 3, what is your intended major? 4, how many years you want to go to school? 2, 4, 10, 15. And 5, what size of school? These are questions you should be kind of asking yourself. When I go to what's your GPA? GPA, it's so important. The average GPA in America is 3.0. That's just average. And to play sports, it has to be a 2.6. NCAA compliance is 2.6. Where are you at on your on your GPA? Okay, where are you on your ACT and SAT? Now people are like, oh my gosh, what the heck is the ACT, SAT, and why does everyone always talk about it? Well, let me explain to you what that is. When all these people apply into college, okay, let's look at a funnel. Okay, here's your funnel. All these people are throwing all this information in there, right? And they're all trying to apply for college. Well, they can't take all of you. They can't all go. If a school is a small school and 3,500 apply and they only are accepting 100, they can't take all of you. They need a process to decide which one they can take and which one they can't. So let's say you are a 32 ACT and a 4.0 GPA. Well, guess what? You're probably dropping right through that funnel. You're probably, here's the funnel, right? You're probably dropping right through that funnel straight through because you're heavyweight. You're a heavyweight. You're going right through the funnel. Now, let's say you're a 2.6 and your ACT was a 19. Well, you're probably just floating there on top, because as soon as all those heavyweights come out the tunnel and you're the funnel and you're floating here on top, then you start going down, 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 down. So why can't you be that heavyweight to go right through that funnel? That's how I look at it. You should be really important on that. And then, of course, your intended major, how many years you want to go to school and how far you want to go. Oh, I'm sorry, the size of school is so important, because without those, you can't figure out where you want to go. So here's some searching. You got to sit down and say, okay, this is what I want to do. And you got to write down a piece of paper. And you got to write down almost every night for 2 weeks, because I can tell you right now, tonight, your intended major may be totally different from 2 weeks from now, a month from now. Because once you start thinking about how long you want to go to school, and the size of school, then that's going to help you bring that in a little bit closer and narrow your search. Okay. You know, I saw some really cool stuff online. I'm going to share it with you right now. There is a site out there that you can go ahead and look things up. Like this one here is the top 500 ranked schools with the highest ACT 75%, say that 10 times, percentile scores. Okay, so let's say you're the 75% of this is 35 at, was it Harvey Mudd College? I never even heard of Harvey Mudd College. Have you? And I've heard almost every college in the United States. I never heard of that school, but obviously it's a high-ranked academic school. And let's say you want to go to school, but you're like, I'm not sure where I sit. And here's another one I think is really cool. It goes through SAT. It goes through ACT. This one here is the top schools ranked by sports conference. So let's say I really want to play in the Empire 8, and you're not sure what schools those are. If you go ahead and click on here, I love the site. This is called stateuniversity.com. And it gives you those schools that are in the Empire 8. So you can say, oh, great, that's my division. That's where I want to be. Another one I love on here too is also this one here, which is this SATs. Look at that, 75 percentile, 1,600. That's a perfect score, guys, 1,600. California Institute of Technology. That is pretty cool. And look at Princeton, Harvard, University of Chicago. All of those are next. That is pretty cool. And then the next one I think is even, I love this part of it. Okay, let's say you want to go, I'm going to go back here. Hold on here. This site here, let's say you want to figure out what major you want it to be. I love it because it gives you ideas. So let's say you want to go into, hang on here, personal, now let's do parks, recreation, leisure, and fitness. Okay, this site goes through here and lets you research all these different things that you might not have thought of. So let's say you want to do outdoor education. Okay, this gives you your top schools that have outdoor education. Look at that. That's pretty cool. And it gives you their average on-campus cost, etc. So you can kind of drill down where you want to be. Now, there's more to this list, yes, but you can kind of drill down and check the schools out. I think it's really cool that this is available to everyone. And with that being said, it's called studentuniversity.com. It's a site that anyone can use. It's out there, and the more knowledge you know, the better. So drop below 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. What's the most important thing to you when you're looking for a school? Number 1, your GPA. 2, ACT, SAT. If that's the most important thing for you to look for when you're looking for a school. 3, your intended major. 4, how many years you want to go to school. Or 5, the size of the school. Mark below. Give me a comment below of what's most important to you. And let's then talk about that, because I'd like to go ahead and talk on each one of those and see what's most important to you. Now, also tomorrow, we're going to start talking about, okay, so now I got all 5 of these things. Now what do I do? How can I make sure I find the right fit athletically and academically? Because you know what? That's what Thriving Athletes is all about. Finding the right fit athletically and academically, so you are thriving students and thriving athletes that graduate to be thriving adults. So that way you don't waste all this time in school, and then you go ahead and come out with a degree or whatever it may be, an associate's degree, MD, PhD, whatever it might be. You come out of school knowing that you went after the right choice, finding the right fit. That's what it's all about. So let's find the right fit. Again, don't forget, comment below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's most important to you? Okay. Tomorrow night, we'll hit on each one of those of whoever comments the most. All right. Great to talk to you guys. And again, I'm Mary Ziola Vega for Thriving Athletes. Can't wait to hear from everyone. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.